Hi, everybody. It's August 17th, 2025. Um, a lot of the times of relatively peaceful thought while going through life, we may not see our surroundings as prominent as others may see looking into our lives. So we may find ourselves being lost in thought, thinking about the past, thinking about the future, planning to make things easier going into the next week and such and such. So that's a normal reality of life. We just walk through thinking without really seeing what is in our life and what is around us and what is coming towards us, because it blends into the chatter of our thoughts, of our thinking. And so a concept that I constantly peek at once I am conscious of existing, I guess you could say, is that we all are connected to a house where we reside in, our spiritual house. The way that our lives are filtered through our thinking. We have a spiritual house that filters how we interact with life, how we interpret it. So, for instance, for somebody in a more neutral span of their life, they may their life may be influences them to feel a tiny bit apathetic, a tiny bit bored, a tiny bit jaded. And so in this gray type of spiritual house, they walk through life subconsciously wanting more, wanting an escape from this kind of purgatory style of life, and that's their house that they reside in. And like I said, once you're thinking in life and the chatter in your mind is going on, you may not notice that this is what your life is, what you perceive your life to be, but that's what it seems to be once you look around and take note of it. But this is not your actual house that it is. It's just a filter, the way that your mind interprets the experiences and the events of your life. Now, naturally, you will want to know how to change the filter or the house of your spiritual life or your experience of life. And I would say to change is to go inside, not worry about the surroundings, but go inside and just you would think to be completely brutally honest would be 98% of the work to free you or to change the filter house of your experience. But it's a smaller step than you think. Being brutally honest at the beginning will do lots of work towards progressing you to a more healthy experience. So after that, I think it would be just training yourself to see the enjoyment and the fun of fixing problems, of facing challenges. Get in the habit of laughing when you get emotionally injured or when your ego takes a big dent from somebody who says something that hits home. Instead of retaliating and using your lawyer skills to explain away what they said to you, just laugh, agree, and welcoming challenges is a good way to change the connection house, the spirit house to your experience. And so once this starts happening in tandem, honesty and accepting and loving challenges and laughing, things will start to roll. In so many words, things will start to develop, and then after that point, you will see that this path is your own. The path to a greater experience or a more fulfilling or a more peaceful experience is tailored to you and your style of living, your your core personality, your divine pathway. So I can't tell you exactly how to change your spirit house and your filter, basically, but those are the things that I use to start to ignite things. And so once you get to another part of your life where it's more agreeable to you, where it's more peaceful, you will look back sometime and say, oh, I got away from that, but it really wasn't that bad. I was happy during those times. I just didn't realize it. So when you look back and you see that you weren't in such a bad place, it gives you hope for where you are now, and it progresses things. Of course, that's not going to remedy all the regrets and all the time you feel you wasted, and it's not going to make your present seem any easier, but reflecting back and looking and appreciating the fact that you were never suffering as much as you thought, it's a little light that goes a long way, that shines in a pleasing way once you notice it. So I would say the value of this, of being autonomous with your spiritual house, is just it's just a feeling of freedom. Is one of the greatest feelings to enjoy, because a man who is free, even though he lives in poverty, can feel very rich if he accepts challenges without complaining, if he laughs when others show him kindness, when he gives when he has not. That's the joy of freedom, and that's the healing that freedom can give. So I hope this helps. Thanks.